TMJ officially quits as FAM president. No Daesh-linked casualties in Malaysia since 2013. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Adrian Seat. Tunku Mahkota Johor, Tunku Ismail Sultan Ibrahim, has officially resigned today as Football Association of Malaysia or FAM president with immediate effect after leading the association for a year. The Johor Crown Prince made the announcement during a media briefing of the Football Malaysia Limited Liability Partnership Congress in Johor Bahru.
Di sini adalah surat meletakkan jawatan saya sebagai Presiden FAM. Allah penyelidikan Sultan Mahmud Johor. Terima kasih Malaysian Football. Goodbye.
Tunku Ismail, or TMJ as he is fondly known, said he made the decision to step down as FAM president after the national team's ranking fell 3 places. However, he also noted of the many achievements he's had as the association president, such as successfully restructuring local football to be less dependent on government funding. He added that the performance of the under-23, under-19 and under-16 teams have shown great improvement. TMJ was announced as FAM president after he won the post unopposed on March 25th last year. There were no Malaysian casualties recorded due to Daesh-linked attack in the country since 2013 until now. According to Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Tun Razak, this can be attributed to the Royal Malaysia Police or PDRM's relentless efforts to maintain stability and security in the country. Elaborating further, Datuk Sri Najib said PDRM throughout the years have managed to foil numerous threats and attempts by Daesh militants to undermine national security through constant surveillance and intelligence sharing.
Salah satu daripada kejayaan kita yang tak boleh dinafikan oleh sesiapa adalah dalam usaha kita memerangi ancaman militan IS dan Daesh di negara ini. Semenjak tahun 2013 hingga 2017, seramai 369 elemen Daesh yang melibatkan rakyat tempatan dan warga negara asing telah berjaya ditangkap.
In his speech at the 211th Police Day Memorial Parade at the Kuala Lumpur Police Training Centre, or Pulapol, today, the Premier also said that the feat has seen Malaysia claiming the 23rd spot amongst 163 countries in the 2017 Global Peace Index. Malaysia also plays as the third most peaceful country in Asia. Also present at the parade were Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi Harun and Chief Secretary to the Government Tan Sri Dr. Ali Hamzah. A total of 389 individuals suspected of involvement in Daesh-related activities have been detained since 2013. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Fuzi Harun said the arrests resulted from close monitoring and security intelligence. Amongst the 389 individuals include the latest arrests of 6 Malaysians on February the 27th and a Filipino national on March the 15th. According to Tan Sri Fuzi, the Malaysian suspects were allegedly planning to launch attacks on non-Muslim houses of worship and abduct and kill policemen. Meanwhile, the Filipino national was wanted by the Philippine authorities for having been involved in cases of kidnapping for ransom and several murder attempts. In addition, Tan Sri Fuzi informed that police had maintained excellence in reducing the crime index by 13,186 cases, or 11.7% last year, as compared to 2016. Meanwhile, Tan Sri Fuzi said police are on the hunt for the remaining accomplices of the 6 Daesh militants detained in Johor Bahru recently. According to the Inspector General of Police, they are believed to be members of a splinter cell of the Daesh network in the country, adding that police are confident of tracking them due to the cause. Tan Sri Fuzi said the 6 suspects were arrested for allegedly planning to attack houses of worship and abduct and kill policemen.
Ada spesifik target. Saya tak boleh reveal pasal benda ini masih dalam siasatan. Ada spesifik target yang memang dia orang dah kenal pasti, dan selain daripada itu polis-polis yang mana yang dia jumpa ataupun petugas di balai IPD, IPK juga menjadi sasaran serangan. Jadi ini antara hasil daripada siasatan awal yang saya tak boleh reveal secara detail kepada tuan-tuan semua.
Tan Sri Fuzi said the Royal Malaysia Police are also currently working with their Singapore counterparts to investigate the possibility of the group planning to carry out an attack on the Republic. Terengganu Police today reminded any quarters or political parties intending to hold assemblies or talks for the upcoming 14th general election to obtain their permits 10 days before the event. Its Deputy Police Chief, Dato Idris Abdullah, said this is vital to ensure no untoward incidents and that the application can be assessed before it is approved. The Deputy Police Chief said previously some parties had only provided a short notice before the program date and did not comply with the requirements set.
Jadi di dalam peraturan-peraturan tu, dalam borang-borang tu, syarat-syarat dia tu ada. Dia mesti comply dengan syarat-syarat di bawah peraturan tu. Dia satu, dia tak comply kadang. Yang kedua, di segi masa tu tadi tu. Tidak notis tu. Terlalu pendek.
Dato Idris said this after attending the state contingent's 211th Police Day celebration in Kuala Terengganu. Meanwhile, Dato Idris said to date, police have received 4 reports on flag installation which remains under control, namely in the district of Dungun, Kuala Terengganu, Kuala Nerus and Kemaman. Drug distribution and drug trafficking activities in Pulau Langkawi have reduced to 50% throughout 2017. State Police Chief ACP Dr. Cik Ghazali Cik Awang said this is in line with the fight against drugs, which is the #1 enemy of the country. ACP Dr. Cik Ghazali said continuous operations are being held to combat drug syndicates in the island.
Dadah lah, kegiatan dadah. So far kegiatan dadah, saya tengoknya pihak polis sentiasa mengadakan operasi-operasi bersama-sama agensi-agensi lain seperti AADK, dan kegiatan dadah, penagih dadah dan pengedaran dadah berkurangan lebih kurang 40-50%.
ACP Dr. Cik Ghazali said this after attending the 2018 Police Day celebrations at the Langkawi Police Headquarters today. Meanwhile, he said police also held tight controls at the Langkawi International Airport and the ferry terminal, which are the 2 main entrances to the island. Police have changed their investigation into the death of a baby girl believed to be an abuse victim at the Sri Manjung Hospital yesterday as a murder case. To that effect, Perak Criminal Investigation Head SAC Yahya Abdul Rahman, when met today, said the 3 suspects who were detained yesterday in connection with the case were being investigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code for murder.
Kita tengok kecelakaan budak tu macam kecelakaan lama kan. So kejadian ni mungkin dah lama, hingga dah serius baru dia punya keluarga dapat tahu. So ada beberapa, ada yang pengasuh. So kita siasat bawah Seksyen 302 KK.
The victim was brought to Sri Manjung Hospital at 2 a.m. yesterday and died at around 6:45 a.m. while receiving treatment. It was discovered that she had suffered injuries to her head, a broken rib, blood clotting and bacterial infection. Police have arrested 4 suspects, including the victim's mother and stepfather. He said the suspects, aged between 25 and 35, were in remand for 7 days since yesterday. A man was killed while his friend survived when both were struck by lightning in an incident in Gertak Sanggul, Teluk Kumba in Pulau Pinang yesterday. In the 10 p.m. incident, the deceased Muhammad Amin Osman, 47, died at the scene, while the second unidentified man suffered injuries and was rushed to the hospital for treatment. The deceased and his 2 friends have been waiting for a boat to take them for a fishing excursion. Now, according to the third friend, the victim was swept into the sea during a heavy storm. Residents in the area attempted to help, but the victim was pronounced dead by an ambulance team from Balik Pulau Hospital. Muhammad Amin, who was a factory supervisor, was taken to Balik Pulau Hospital for post-mortem, which confirmed he died of a lightning strike. Barat Daya Police Chief Superintendent An Balagan, meanwhile, said the case has been classified as sudden death. Rescuers have decided to stop the services provided by several divers in the search and rescue operation of the 18 crew on board the Chinese vessel JBB Rongchang 8, which capsized 12 nautical miles west of Tanjung Toho in Muar on Wednesday. Now, the operation was stopped after the vessel's entire space was checked thoroughly with no victims found. The operation will now focus on finding the victims on shore. The Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency Southern Region Maritime Deputy Director, Captain Sanifah Yusof, said the rescue team have now expanded its search operations to 360 nautical miles from the scene of the incident, compared to the previous 200 nautical miles. The search operation was also joined by Indonesia's National Search and Assistance Agency to monitor the country's waters. As of Thursday, 1 crew was found drowned, while 3 were rescued on the day of the incident. Authorities said 14 remained missing and was believed to be alive in the vessel's hull on the day of the incident. Of the 14 missing crew, 2 victims were found safe in the vessel's engine room, while another body was found 12 nautical miles off the waters of Tanjung Toho on Friday. As of Saturday, 2 other bodies were found, leaving 9 still missing. Coming up next, 1.5 billion ringgit in special ASB fund for PDRM members. That story in a moment. You're watching News on Tuesday. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. The government, through Permodalan Nasional Berhad or PNB, is allocating a special Amanah Saham Bumiputra or ASB fund of 1.5 billion ringgit under the ASB ICOP investment scheme for members of the Royal Malaysia Police or PDRM. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak said the scheme would benefit all PDRM members who were PDRM cooperative members, those going on retirement and police retirees. In his speech at the 211th Police Day Memorial Parade at the Kuala Lumpur Police Training Centre or Pulapol today, Datuk Seri Najib also announced an allocation of 15 million ringgit for repair works of all Pulapol quarters in Kuala Lumpur.
Peruntukan sebanyak 15 juta ringgit untuk kerja-kerja pembaikan di seluruh kuartus Pulapol Kuala Lumpur ini. Kerajaan melalui PNB telah memperuntukkan dana khas ASB sebanyak 1.5 bilion ringgit dan dijangka memberi faedah kepada seluruh warga polis yang menganggoti koperasi PDRM.
Apart from that, the Prime Minister said the government also approved 10,000 units of houses under the One Malaysia Civil Servants Housing Scheme, Royal Malaysia Police, as announced in the 2018 budget to help PDRM members who have yet to own a home. A reduced number of One Malaysia People's Aid or BR1 Malaysia recipients in Perlis proves that efforts by the government to increase the people's income, particularly those from the lower income group, have been successful. Perlis Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Azlan Man said the leap in household income was a major factor in the significant reduction of the BR1 Malaysia recipients in the state.
Usaha-usaha yang dilakukan oleh kerajaan untuk meningkatkan pendapatan rakyat ini telah menunjukkan petanda-petanda yang positif. Jadi ini adalah sesuatu yang baik. Kita mengharapkan suatu hari nanti tidak ada seorang pun rakyat negeri Perlis yang akan menerima BRIM.
Datuk Seri Azlan said there were 40,799 eligible recipients for the aid this year, compared to 54,000 last year, and he hoped that the numbers will continue to drop in years to come. He was met at a BR1M program in Kanga, where 1,830 recipients who did not have bank accounts received their cash aid. The Barisan Nasional Wanita Movement will put forward more women candidates for the upcoming 14th general election. Its chief, Tan Sri Shahrizad Abdul Jalil, said this will provide a boost for the members as they work towards gaining the people's confidence towards the party.
Saya tengok semua negeri ketua-ketua wanita menjalankan tugas dengan baik, diturunkan kita ada sistem kita sehingga peringkat akan rumbi. Kekuatan wanita UMNO datang daripada cawangan-cawangan kita, ada lebih kurang 21,000 dan mereka saya nampak kebangkitan semangat wanita UMNO dan BN untuk PRU 14 ni agak luar biasa sekali lah. Mereka very committed sebab tagline kita perang mesti menang untuk negara.
Tan Sri Shahrizad said this after attending the Johor Wanita BN Machinery Assembly in Batu Pahat, Johor today. The event was launched by Johor Menteri Besar Dato' Muhammad Khalid Nordin. Coming up in sports, historic win for Terengganu cycling team at Le Tour de Langkawi. Stay with us, that story right now. On to sports. Artem Ovechkin has made history for Malaysian cycling, with the Russian holding off a plethora of attacks to deliver the overall victory for Terengganu cycling team, or TSG, at the 2018 Tour de Langkawi. In 23 editions of the race, the win is the first for a Malaysian team. In the final stage, from Rembau to the capital of Kuala Lumpur, Andrea Guardini won the sprint ahead of Manuel Belletti, Androni Giocattoli, Sidermac and Luca Pacchioni-Willier. 104 riders were flagged off from Rembau heading to the finish line at Dataran Merdeka in the nation's capital. Riders began to make their move in a sprint after crossing over the neutral zone at kilometre 5.6 in a dash to the next zone. All riders continue to remain in the peloton before the second King of Mountain 2 climb at kilometre 75 Sungai Tekali, with 9 riders speeding away. The heat is on when the main group entered Kuala Lumpur as Andrea Guardini started his final sprint to the finish line. He finished the final stage with a time of 3 hours, 10 minutes and 25 seconds, followed by Manuel Belletti, Luca Pacchioni. Artem Ovechkin of local team TSG, who finished the 11th in the final stage, was crowned the overall winner of the 23rd edition of Le Tour de Langkawi. And that concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, TMJ officially quits as FAM president. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more updates. Thanks for watching. I'm Adrian Seat.